my niece, she's 13 now. She has natural hair and she's slim, but she doesn't like who she is. And I remember being like her, and I remember my aunt saying to me, "You're beautiful, and you don't have to try and be. You are beautiful just as you are right now." And I can see that she wants to believe me, but she doesn't.
My mother reminded me often that she thought I was beautiful. But that was no consolation. She's my mother. Of course she's supposed to think I'm beautiful. And then Alec Weck came on the international scene.
There's a model called Alec Way, and she's a black lady who I think is really beautiful.
And interestingly, African females run from her. We don't like looking at her. I think it makes us feel uncomfortable.
We are marked as a different kind of black person. And we were rejected and despised, not only from the circle of the God, but we were despised and rejected by all the other dark people of the earth. This is why today black people with kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips are rejected in every society.
In a recent interview, Heidi said, quote, "They have big afros, and when I shave them all down, I keep all the hair and put it in a Ziploc bag. I keep everything." What unusual things do we all save?
Okay, I'm sorry, but why would you save afro hair? I mean, you can't weave in afro hair. You don't never see us at the hair place going, "Look here, what I need is I need just curly, nappy beads." that just seems nasty.
I totally get this. I mean, I don't know if I'm weird, but I have like my son's first haircut and hair little
Which
things
is probably some beautiful, long, silky stuff.
Me too.
That's not what an afro is.
Alex has definitely got what you would call African features. Without, you can't deny it. And I think that when black people see a model, they want to see something that can pass off or doesn't have the features that Alex actually has.
When my hair's natural, when I go and get it redone, I feel quite happy about how it looks, but the idea of having to there's more explaining it. The idea of having to leave that house like that, go into work on Monday, and then have to explain to someone that this is actually my real hair. I don't know, it just feels, it's uncomfortable.
Black women's hair is political.
Are you making a statement?
I don't intend to. If my hair isn't straight, people can assume that you're either, they might think you're an angry black woman, or they might think you're very soulful, or they might think you're an artist, or they might think you're vegetarian.
But people think you're trying to be radical. Just think about that. That's how mentally backwards it's become. That if you wear your hair the way it is naturally designed, you're trying to be something you're not. No.
I don't think it's a political statement. Someone can make it a political statement. I didn't make it a political statement. But I think when you go through that natural journey, then you start understanding the politics behind natural hair, but it doesn't have to be politics.
When I started out over 20 years ago, we used to have clients come in, they said they're going for a very important job, we need to cut our locks off, we need to wear something that's a bit more European, just to fit in.
I mean, one of the horriblest things that I remember hearing about was an African newspaper where the editor forced journalists working for the paper to cut their hair if they had locks, to take it off, no natural hairstyles, because that editor was worried that if clients came in, European clients came in, and saw Africans with their natural hairstyles, that the clients would feel that he wasn't professional enough.
Most men have no idea about women's hair, and most white people don't know that much about black people and about their hair. So the whole idea that a white man is going to tell a black woman how to wear her hair, I find completely ridiculous and a little bit offensive.
Dr. Joe Hayden is a journalism professor at the University of Memphis. He says what's considered professional is subjective. And in the past, racism and sexism have been unfair and a double standard.
It's really important to me, kind of how I look, and I've realised kind of going to work, I work in a corporate environment, a government office, and kind of go, oh gosh, I can't go to work with certain hairstyles. And then I've had to, when you take out those braids and you kind of do the afro, and I've kind of had to go in and felt quite anxious about it and realised actually no one else cares. It's like, oh Sherelle, you changed your hair, great, we've got to meet you now.
For women of my colour, it feels like it's so important to a woman to have long hair, even if it's weave. They feel like the celebrities in the world. They feel like the dollies, what we grew up with, where, you know, the hair is long and it's luscious and you can comb through it easily, you can do your different styles, and, you know, you see many women, probably 8 out of 10, they're probably wearing weaves.
Weaves and wigs, I don't mind as long as, not that you need my permission, no, not even that, as long as it looks good. As long as you are comfortable with what's underneath and you're not wearing it to hide what's underneath. Like I said, I've got wigs upstairs, but I will go out like this, you know? So it is just to have fun and just to be creative.
A woman's relationship with her hair is sacred. Her hair is like her crown of glory. And for women in TV, it is intensified. As you know, I lost my hair after chemo, and I've been wearing a wig since this past March. Well, today, I'm taking it off for good. This is a milestone, blessed experience for me.
In any given 24 hours, there's always a point where your natural, true self is going to be evident to at least you.
I think with makeup, as someone who does wear makeup and who does feel that I do look more attractive with makeup, that doesn't mean that you can't bear the sight of yourself without makeup.
What's more attractive than having the makeup and the long hair or whatever it is the inner beauty, it's the inner confidence. And you can get that. I believe everyone can get inner confidence when they work with themselves.
In high school, there was a girl in front of me who would always twist her hair, and I knew she was very nervous. And I did that in exams, so it was a nerves thing. Now, I just love touching my textured hair. It's just that, so it's a different kind of comfort to me. It's just, I love touching the kinky bits and the regrowth at the time and things. So yeah, it's a comfort. I take comfort in my big fro.
A lot of the natural hair journeys and people being scared of being natural, it's not that they wouldn't want natural hair, it's not that they don't find it beautiful, it's not that they wouldn't want it for themselves, but they don't know what to do. If their hair's natural, they don't know what to do with it. How do I style it? How do I still look professional for work? How do I wash and go? Because with my relaxed hair, I can wash, dry in an hour. With my natural hair, it may be a 2 or 3 hour process that I can only do on a weekend.
We have to be proactive, so more events that are taking place, more courses like hair braiding courses for women who don't quite know how to braid hair and don't feel ashamed.
I'm an adult, and if I like my skin, it's my choice.
Right now, you can go online to sites like Twitter, and there are these teams dedicated to dark skin bigotry or light skin bigotry. And they send images and jokes and all kinds of stuff, and they're perpetuating racial inferiority amongst themselves.
Because I've seen so many jokes around skin tone on Twitter, which I actually thought it was dying, that whole thing. You get a lot of people that will respond saying, oh, that's so stupid, or you're an idiot, or you're dark skinned yourself, or whatever, whatever. But I mean, I don't know what effect that has, if any, to be honest. Don't know whether it changes the views of the people who are reading it and laughing about it. I don't know.
Why are we rejected? Because the essence of beauty is in obedience and submission to God. And the essence of ugliness is when you rebel against God. And when you rebel against God, in your rebellion, you are marked with a certain mark of your rebellion, which is the disfigurement.
For the most part, particularly when you go to the Caribbean and parts of Africa, etc., you see there is a genuine caste privilege for light-skinned people.
Well, there are two reasons that I see. The one reason is the colonial thoughts, you know, where people thought that the white skin was superior, and then if they could turn their skins lighter, they might become superior, or they may be considered superior.
Denzia, can I ask you first of all, do you equate looking lighter with being more beautiful, with looking better?
No, I don't. I don't. Everybody has a choice as an adult to choose to look how they want.
But you yourself look very much lighter than in the pictures of you from a couple of years ago. You look extremely white in this advert.
Yeah.
The point is you're trying to sell a product. You must think that looks better.
I really think that we suffer from serious mental disorders when it comes to issues of beauty. I think doing things like skin bleaching, trying to present yourself as something you're not, is trying to commit fraud. And that's dishonest. That's spiritually dishonest.
My hair was part of my franchise. Memphians would actually recognize my hair before they recognized me. But 10 days after my first round of chemo last March, I was completely bald. Since my hair started growing back a few months ago, I've considered how I'm going to wear it. Monique Evans of Valentino Salon in Bartlett.
A lot of women are opting now to not do the chemical processing.
I am one of those women. I'm going natural. No more relaxers to straighten my hair.
It's interesting actually observing mothers walking with their young daughters, because it makes me go from the daughter to the mother, and it's like some sort of rites of passage happens, because you've got the beautiful little girl with her hair braided with beads on, and it's in all lovely styles, and the mother's probably done that to her hair, and then you look up at the mother and it's just a completely different story, and I think, but you can have that too if this is good enough for your daughter.
In an ideal world, I would like to believe that women can walk down the street in any shape, size, and feel confident without someone staring and saying, oh gosh.
All right, this is it.
Looking good,
This is my new
child.
hair.
Yeah.
And you know, I have to say that this station, the people that work here, my boss, Tammy Phillips, everybody has been extremely supportive of me in this, and I am so grateful to God to be here. And it's really just been a really life-altering experience.